Then put your little hand in mine. There ain't no hill or mountain we can't climb. Babe, do 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 do. I've got you, babe, do 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 do. I've got you, babe, do 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 do.
Okay, campers, rise and shine. Don't forget, it's cold out today. It's cold out today. What is Miami Beach? Not hardly. And you can expect hazard travel later today. What with that blizzard thing?
That blizzard thing. Oh, well, here's the report. National Weather Service is calling for a big blizzard thing.
Yes, they are. And you know what the question on everybody's lips?
Especially cold.
Oh, wait, sorry. What was the actual line?
You know, there's a reason why everything today is especially exciting.
Oh, yes. There's a reason why today is especially exciting.
Especially cold.
Yes, especially cold. Is the question on everybody's lips?
They're chap lips.
Yes, chap lips. Will Phil come out and see his shadow?
Punxsutawney Phil.
That's right, Mr. Chuggers. It's
Groundhog Day.
Wee. Okay, going too fast has made me lose the thread.
Dang it.
What are we up to now? And it still lasted almost as long as usual. It doesn't matter anymore.
There is a time dilation going on around this movie.
Oh.
Or is it a contraction? It's a dilation and a contraction if you think about it.
So, hey everybody, I'm Randy.
Hi, I'm Bobby.
I'll try to talk a little slower so that there's more space.
And I'll try to talk a little faster so I don't sound too slow this time.
And this is the 24th episode of
Groundcast Day, a Groundhog Day podcast, which we've renamed the show because it used to be unsearchable on YouTube.
Yeah.
Now it's hopefully searchable.
And say your line.
Well, I don't know.
Silence. Trump is still in office.
Oh, yes. No, today is May 18th, 2019. Trump's still in office.
3:30 p.m.
Yep.
A mere 3 days. 3 days? Since our last recording.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, yeah.
4 days. Since our last recording.
No, it's 3 days. It's 3 24-hour periods.
Yes, because as we know, time flows strangely around this film. So, Bobby, let's start off with everybody's favorite segment. How was this week's viewing of Groundhog Day?
Well, this day's viewing of Groundhog Day, which wasn't that far from the previous one. Fuck, I think we watched it twice in a week this week then.
Yes, yeah. I watched it twice in the last... No, I watched mine on Monday. So
it feels like the previous watch, to be honest with you. Did it last night. Last of my vodka.
I watched it today.
I'm good.
Before you got here.
In your house, which kind of smells like, what is it, lemon cleaner?
Lemon cleaner, yeah.
Was there an auditory sensation between the lemon cleaner and watching this movie? Like a sense, you know what I mean? Sight and smell associations or sound?
No. Honestly, I cooked something a little greasy earlier, so I'm like, let me clean my floors and all that. Wash some, soak some stuff. Lemon cleaner will also help to mask some of that scent.
What do you think are the smells of Groundhog Day?
It's February, so probably not a lot because there's not a lot of smell in the cold outside in the winter, except for a nice Christmas.
Well, I mean, indoors the areas like the hotel. Do you think the hotel smells nice that he's in?
He says it's a flea bag hotel.
But I thought Rita got him the nicer place.
Yeah, but you were asking about the Pennsylvanian hotel, which is I've confirmed is the name of the hotel.
Okay, so let's do the Pennsylvanian, then the bed and breakfast.
It probably smells of cigarette smoke.
Oh yeah, I don't see anybody smoking in there.
It's the early 90s, and while they still won't smoke on camera as much in movies, except for a couple of times, you were still kind of able to smoke in public places.
Oh yeah, we do see Phil smoke in the restaurant.
And we see him smoke in the restaurant.
That's right.
So I'm going to say cigarette smoke. Yeah. I'm going to say the restaurant has I'm going to say it's cleaner. So I was going to say stale beer, but no, it's going to be a little bit cleaner in there because it looks very, not upper class, but maybe upper middle class kind of an establishment. Yeah, so it's like, those are going to be the smells.
What about the bed and breakfast? It's got to smell like grease, like the, whatever kind of breakfast foods they're making. Bacon and stuff.
Why is breakfast food always so greasy?
I think it's got something to do with the old belief that if you fill your belly with grease, you'll be able to work harder all day or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know. It goes back to like farmer days or rancher days or something like that. Like, you always got to eat like a pig meat or something like that in the morning, and that'll keep you working all day. I don't know, man.
Yes. Well, anyways,
you can technically eat any food at any time.
I know. I had a sandwich for breakfast. Yeah.
There's nothing. Sometimes I like to eat leftovers from your previous day than for breakfast.
So what I was going to say is that my viewing of Groundhog Day today differed so greatly from my viewing of last time.
Oh.
Is that I was back in it. I was enjoying every minute of it.
Randy's back to it.
And I was happy. I was like, yeah, I like this movie. This is a great movie. Yeah.
I still dislike it.
And it just flew by.
I just don't want to. I still don't want to see it anymore.
I think I was just at a low point on Monday, just kind of like, oh my god, just but why?
To me, it's
maybe
like,
maybe I shouldn't do it directly after a long day of work.
This movie is chocolate to me. Like when I just keep eating too much chocolate and it tastes disgusting.
Yeah, but that could also be sugar because you're pushing your sugar up.
Well, that's what I mean. Anything like that where you're just like you're eating that and you're just like I don't want, or chips. When you're eating chips or something and you're just like, I'm full of this. I don't want any more. But this is like forcing yourself to keep eating after that point. It just my body is rejecting it. My body doesn't want to take in Groundhog Day.
Your mind is mentally rejecting this film. You're done. You don't want to watch this film anymore.
And it's not even halfway
but
through.
We still have
it's not even
52 minus 24.
But it could be because I'm working. I'm doing a very not high stress, but medium stress level work right now, and I kind of like feel like this is just a burden on me. But so maybe soon when I change for a bit, I'll have more free time.
Yeah, a lot of it for me is just simply we've done this too many times. I've liked the movie, but
because your job is a bit more like they're doing the same thing every day anyway, so it's not
I
like
already
you have,
do the same
it's
thing
not like
every
you have
day.
to do projects that you take home, but when I have to do like take home projects, and I feel like, fuck, I don't want to do this. Even though I do waste time watching like TV at other times, it almost just feels like watching Groundhog Day seems like a chore.
Oh,
it's just like I could wash my dishes, watch Groundhog Day, fold laundry. Like it's a chore. It's on the list of chores now.
Yeah, that's how it is. It's like, okay, I'm gonna watch this movie, then I'm gonna do some of my Saturday chores, which is before Bobby gets here, do a quick tidy, wash my floors, put everything in my sink that needs to be put in the sink, and then it's like after you leave, I'll go do my dishes and cook supper. That's it.
Can you recite the plot by now? Just the overall plot, without like.
Man gets stuck in a time loop.
No, I mean scene by scene. Like we open with.
You want me? You want me to do this? You want me to do this?
Do you want to try it?
I want you to try it.
Okay, we open with the blue
because I'm going to guarantee you that I have actively watched this more than you have.
Oh yeah, I said half the time I was doing it, I was. Oh, I can lean back because I'm on this mic, right?
Yeah, you can lean back because we have the.
I don't have to lean forward into the same mic anymore.
Yeah, just make sure that you to turn the mic outside, not inside of the.
So
you don't have to hold it to talk into it.
There we go.
Yeah, that way.
So we open on a blue background to some stupid polka music, in the false beginning. Then we cut to the inside of a studio, and Phil is giving a newscast. He makes some lame jokes about the various states. Then they cut, and he has some banter with his co-host, whose name is Karen. I don't know.
I'm grading you. It's like, nope, X,
Nan. Her name is Nan.
He calls her Nan, which would be short for?
Nancy?
Nancy.
So there's two Nancys in this movie. Great writing, by the way. Not that many characters. We have two Nancys. Anyway, then he has some banter with, where's Elliot? Fuck. Larry. Larry and his other stupid little sidekick who we see once. Then...
whose name is?
I don't know. Ed or something
Oh my
like that.
god, they killed
Kenny.
Who's actually the replacement like weekend weatherman.
Then I think Kenny says something like, "Oh, hey, you love working with Rita," and then we see Rita doing some miming in front of the.
I don't want specifics. I want the scene to scene. I don't want little detail.
Yeah. You're right. It's too much.
Because this will be a boring.
Well, no, I was just doing that part because we're introducing the characters. So then he meets Rita. Blah blah blah. Cut to the van scene. They all talk. Rita talks to them, to Larry and Phil. Cut to the scene where they're driving into the town. They drive through like this stupid little one-way street. They drive into the town. They get out. Rita, this is the beginning. This is the end of the February 1st.
This is February 1st.
It's February 1st. Then they make some jokes about how Phil doesn't want to sleep in that hotel. She says, I sent you to a bed and breakfast. Phil says something. Larry says prima donnas. They go. Then we cut to Phil, I think, showering or something, and it's cold. Cut to the next day. Phil wakes up. Already ant.
Yep. The whole entire showering bit doesn't happen until February 2nd.
Right. So for the first day, he just gets into the van and it cuts to the next day.
It's the whole entire idea is that it's supposed to be on his first day. His first day is a crappy day.
Mm-hmm.
So everything's going wrong for him. He gets in the water, and it's ice cold because of the blizzard, and everybody's used up all the hot water. And then in the second time loop, when he does it again...
Wait, you just said he doesn't shower on the first day, Randy?
No, I mean on the first...
Oh, the first February 2nd.
First February 2nd.
Oh.
And then when the second loop, the following day, the following loop, when he does it again, he learns that, okay, every day at this time, it's just confirmation that, no, this day's repeating.
Okay, I'll just try to blaze through it. Wakes up in the morning, blah, blah, blah. We hear the radio guys, goes outside, walks to the... meets Ned on the... No, first he goes upstairs, talks to the old lady. Goes outside, passes the piano teacher. Meets Ned on the way there, blah, blah, blah.
Ned Ryerson.
Ned Ryerson, he he steps in the puddle. Goes to meet Rita and Larry, blah, blah, blah. Does the newscast, it's okay. Goes to the diner, I think? And then they don't go to the diner.
Oh, wait, no, you go to the newscast? No, they don't go to the diner?
No, they just drive right home.
And also, you're doing this too slow.
Yeah.
It's taking up 2 minutes.
Okay, so
this is the most boring thing in the world.
Okay, Randy, you do it then.
Well, okay, I'll take it from there. So it's like, so this is the progression of the movie. First thing we see is clouds and the title sequence. Then they're going to cut to the news station where we're introduced to Phil, Larry, and Rita. Cut to the true opening, which is them driving the Puxatawny with, and it gives it more introduction to the characters and what each of their role is in this movie.
Yeah.
Cut to finally them arriving in Puxatawny for the end of February 1st. Boom, that's the end of day one. So February 1st, he wakes up to Sonny and Cher and hearing the big long spiel we do at the beginning of every episode. Mm-hmm. Goes downstairs, speaks to the proprietress, leaves, goes to where he's going to work. He meets Ned Ryerson on the way there. He does his first
newscast.
Sounds all right now because you've said all that stuff. That's it. They try to get home. Things go wrong. He's stuck coming back to Puxatawny. Boom, the end. Cut to February 2nd.
Again.
Part 2. Where this is the first thing he's like, things are starting to appear off. So he leaves. He does all the things he did the first day so far. Runs into Ned, but everything's a little bit confusing. A little bit deja vu-ish.
Yep.
So, how much detail do you want on this? Because like I said, it's
very
just
little.
Scene. Yeah,
very little.
Scene. So he ends up confirming that we leave the town and nothing's gonna. We can't leave. He does the Okay, now I'm blanking.
It's hard to remember.
No, I didn't blank. Okay,
everything is so cyclical. It's hard to remember what happens on what day.
That's the whole point of the movie. But like I said, no, the second day is just simply they try to leave, they can't. Blizzard comes back, tries the same thing again.
No. They don't try to leave on the second day. He never tries to leave again.
That we see, but he's calling the phone service, trying to get a call out of town.
Yeah.
Again,
yeah.
which he did on the first February 2nd. February 3rd, things are still going the same way. Things go off the rails. He refuses to do the broadcast.
Yeah.
They meet at the diner.
Rita's
angry at Phil. Phil goes see a doctor at the urging of Rita. Doctor says there's nothing wrong with him. Sends him to a psychiatrist. Psychiatrist says it's a very interesting case. Let's meet tomorrow. Boom. He nothing happens there. He goes in and drinks with Gus and...
Imagine if he kept seeing that psychiatrist. He could have made progress.
He could have. And like I said, there's actually a song where in the musical where they're constantly seeing... he's seeing different quacks, basically. They draw that scene out.
Gus and Ralph.
This is where we're introduced to Gus and Ralph, and what would you do if you repeat the same day over? And this is when he realizes there's no consequence.
Hey, do you think we only hear... Hold on, sorry, I want to go on a tangent. We hear Phil be influenced in this movie by Rita and by Gus and Ralph.
Gus and Ralph are standing in as they're the chorus.
No, I'm talking about the movie.
Yeah, no, that's what they're the chorus.
Do you think he ever
the Greek chorus? You know what they're called?
Yeah. Oh yeah. They do the what is it? They tell the audience like what the character's feeling or something like that.
Basically, yeah. So that's what they literally did, and they also spell out the plot of the movie. You seem like the type of guy that would see the glass is half empty, but in fact, the glass is half full.
Do you think he was ever influenced by anybody else in the town besides Phil? Besides Nancy, Gus, and Ralph?
Not
I mean, he's inadvertently influenced by the homeless guy.
Yeah, but that all
Just because he's of his
all
death.
he's doing is all he's doing with the homeless guy is becoming more and more selfless.
Do you
and
think
realizing-
everybody in the town had a lesson to teach him?
Not so much.
Do you think it takes a village to raise a Phil?
No, because everybody else is just too normal. The only people he really interacts with that he takes anything away has been Rita, and all he's taken away from her is that, you know what I should become a better person.
So Rita's the only source of good advice in this town, and she's not even from there.
Exactly, and
the only advice
Phil, who he kind of takes advice from,
is bad advice.
Are bad advice, is bad influence.
Mm-hmm. Does he ever get advice from the bartender? The bartender just
the bartender just doesn't speak much. Nothing that we see. He's just there.
No.
He's watching. He's an observer.
Yeah, he doesn't
He
want.
is us.
He doesn't want to interfere.
No, he is us. He is stuck watching this film
Over and over.
This film on spool, what do you call the work? It's like unfold. He's watching the events unfold of Groundhog Day over and over again because he himself is trapped in that loop.
Yep. Sorry. Go on. So they start.
It gets boring. It's like I said. It takes too long to go on and on. But that was a good jump off point for that one.
No, because I want you to keep going so we can find more jump off points.
Well, what I was gonna do actually was I was gonna come back to some points that I had made.
Okay, do it.
So, last week you brought up when I was talking about once again a single premium life, and you asked me, well, what definition of premium are we supposed to take from this? And we're supposed to be the main one. I think is going to be a high value. Yes, people. I'm quoting the dictionary: a high value or a value in excess of that normally or usually expected. So. He wants to live a full life, an overflowing life.
His cup must overflow.
Yeah,
his
cup must overflow.
Hey, that cup's not going to be half empty, half full. It's going to be overflowing.
Yeah.
By artificially pumping more stuff into it by drinking the same drink over and over.
Yeah, he's learning more lessons as
again back to that Greek mythology thing where he tries to take it every time you drink that drink, it just replenishes itself.
Yeah. Because by the end of the film, he's become completely selfless, doing actions for others, and becoming fulfilled from doing those actions. What that leads me to see is that February 3rd is going to be a hellish day for him, as is February 4th, 5th, and into the future, because
he can only do
for
it
the
once.
First time
in years,
in
decades,
millennia.
Maybe.
He will not know what will
happen.
happen.
To do. Yeah, his brain is now rewired into doing the same thing over and over.
Yeah, he will not. He will not know how to interact with people because people were going to be doing unexpected. Either that, or his whole life is going to be lived as nothing but a surprise. It's like going to be like constantly. He's going to be constantly in awe of the things that go on around him, which could also be a good point. Or he could be living his days in horror, afraid of oh no, Rita could get hit by a car anytime. Oh no. That mugger could rob her. And wait, is that a mugger or is that just a minority? And I'm frightened because I don't know these people anymore.
If she dies, will I be able to build a time machine and go back in time and save her?
That's the plot of another movie that we can do. But
okay.
That'll be season 2 of Groundcast Day, where we start watching the derivatives, and we watch one derivative.
I thought we were gonna do that next week.
Oh no, we are. I'm riffing here, saying that's what we're gonna do with our next season.
Yeah, he becomes obsessed with the fact that he can't save Rita if something happens now, because he doesn't have his power anymore. And now he wishes he was back in the time loop again.
And yeah, just to confirm some other things for you here, you asked me what the name of the inn is and what the name of the hotel is. Yeah. It's the Pennsylvania Hotel. I watched it. There's a clear sign on it. The bar has no name. Mm-hmm. The inn is called the Cherry Street Inn.
The bed and breakfast?
Bed and breakfast, because it's located on Cherry Street.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey,
and then finally...
Is it on Cherry Hill?
And then finally, because you wanted to know, according to the movie, as of the time of the filming...
92.
Puxatawny had a population of 6,782 people.
Wow, that's a little bit more than where we live.
More or a little less?
A little more. 6,500 here.
Okay, 6,500, because I remember at some point I think we were more closer to 10,000.
That includes people who don't actually physically live here.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Thank you for reminding me.
But so yeah, so it is a pretty small town.
So, you had asked me something just to write it down and table it for next time, but it's I'm going to just ask you this off the top of my head here. I'm going to put it on recording. And the question you posed to me was, are there any scenes in this film that don't make sense if you saw it from a different perspective?
Yeah, I wanted to go back for 1 second real quick to that Cherry Street thing.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say, If only there was a woman in here named Cherry Street, and then Phil made a joke about being on Cherry Street.
Yeah.
It's an old gag, but it checks out.
Yeah, it's an old one.
But sorry, yeah. So yeah, we're talking about what movie? What the hell are we talking?
Ooh, actually, you know that?
No. We wasted 2 minutes. We have to go. We have to.
No, but you know what, listeners? So our question for next week.
No, it has to be now.
No, we can stay.
Overhead view.
The overhead view, but I was blowing that out to be. Is there any scenes that would make sense? Not make sense out of.
Because what
from
the hell?
Anybody else's point of view?
Oh, because we were just talking about. Oh yeah, Game of Thrones. Just we were talking about the battle in Game of Thrones at the season 8, episode 3, where they fight the Night King, and we were talking about how Arya killing the Night King makes no sense because of where she's. Did you shut it off?
No.
Oh, okay. How Arya killing the Night King makes no sense if you saw it from an overhead view because she seems to come from nowhere and she should have been seen. So I was just wondering if there's any scenes in Groundhog Day. I think we talked about the police chase scene and a few others maybe that make no sense if we actually viewed it from an overhead bird's eye view.
Yeah, like that scene would have been what I would have brought up just because I had looked at the maps and had like trying to get like.
As we know from our map episode, which was excellent podcasting, that geographically makes no sense what he did.
Exactly, but you know what? Movie magic. A wizard, i.e. a director, did it. Or a cinematographer. But are there any other scenes?
That's what I was trying to think of. There's 2 chase scenes in this movie. There's that one, there's the groundhog scene.
The groundhog chase, I wasn't able to really do map-wise.
Do you know where the quarry is?
No.
No.
I have to look closer. Cause
maybe there's not even a quarry, man. Maybe they just...
It's a larger town.
Well, they must have filmed that somewhere.
Yeah. So it has to be nearby, but it's like, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe there's a quarry near the real Puxatawny, but they didn't film there, but that's why they included a quarry. I don't know. I can't... I think it looks like they drive pretty far out, so...
Well, we'll meditate on that one until next week then.
Yeah, we'll table that one for now, as well as a couple of other things. So, thank you very much, everybody. I'm Randy.
Sorry about the quality this time, guys. We'll try to fix it next week.
And that's Bobby.
Yep.
And this was episode 24 of Groundcast Day.
Wow.
A Groundhog Day podcast.
A Groundhog Day podcast, yes.
Yes.
Hey, don't forget to look us up with hashtag Groundhog Day or hashtag Groundhog Day, all one word, and podcast. Because if you don't use podcast, you won't be able to find us.
You don't have to hold it near your mouth, because every
Okay.
time you do, it spikes.
Okay.
So, goodbye, everybody.
Send us